What's up, guys? Welcome back to 25 Days to Abs. Today is day 6. You're gonna be doing stockpile. What that means is starting with one move, 30 seconds, and you'll keep adding on one move after that until we get to a total of 6 moves back to back, 30 seconds each. You'll always have a 15-second rest in between each move. First up, it's going to be butterfly crunches. What that means is that you're gonna be leaning back into your hands, knees are nice and wide, shoes are gonna be together. You're gonna have 30 seconds on the clock in 3, 2, 1, and lift. So, although it's called a butterfly crunch, I want you to think of it more as a butterfly lift versus a crunch in the sense that you're bringing your chest forward. So, my chest is gonna stay completely stable, and I want you to imagine there's like a cup of water in between your shoes. So as you're lifting it, that cup of water is not spilling whatsoever. Bringing your shoes as close to the ground as you can for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, guys. You're gonna bring it over to your back, jackknife hug. What that means is single leg is extended, arms are gonna be out, lifting up, reaching your fingertips to your shoe. We go in 3, 2, 1, switching legs. So I'm getting that little bit of a crunch at the top as I lift up, reaching to my shoes and maybe even a little bit past that shoe. The thing that I want you to think about is that you are not leading with momentum. You are in total control even though your arms are lifting up. You're gonna lift to your butterfly crunch in 3, 2, 1, bring it up top. Shoes together, knees are nice and wide, leaning back into your hands, lift it up. Nice and controlled. So this is the kind of move that you don't need to be big for it to be active. Very small. Breathe it out, you're here for about 10 seconds more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it over onto your side. Elbow is down, forearm is nice and flat. Your bottom leg is extended. You are going to do out and up. In 3, 2, 1, hit it. So there's a few options you can do here. Instead of just kicking out, you can tap forward, back to center, and then do your abductor, or you can drop to your bottom knee, just focus on that abductor with your tap. So there's 3 options for you to make this move completely your own, and hopefully you're able to work through it as we go through this workout. Go ahead and bring it back, jackknife hugs. All the way on your back, arms are extended. Big lifting crunch. So notice that I'm leading with my chest. It is not my hands that are being thrown forward, it's my chest lifting, and my hands just come to follow. Your butterfly crunch is coming up. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up, heels together. Lean back in your hands. So my fingertips are facing my shoes. Starting to bring my feet in, so I'm gonna go ahead, keep them a little more stable. Envision that cup of whatever you want it to be. Now it's Sunday, so it's the last day of the weekend, so that cup's not water, I'm not gonna be angry at you. 3, 2, 1, rest. Go ahead and flip it over. We are on the other side. Remember, you can have your knee down option for that tap, or you can have totally on your feet, or you can have the feet with no taps. You have 3 options. 3, 2, 1. So I'm gonna tap forward and lift. So by extending my leg forward, I'm really throwing my body off balance, right? Now you should feel this in your hips. And now again, sort of small movement, not the biggest of movements. 3, 2, 1, flip it over. Other side. What we do on one, we gotta do on the other. Now you might have one side that's a little stronger than the other. This is not my stronger side, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Halfway.
So maybe I go to a tap and hit that lift. Especially since I've already done this side. My legs, my hips, they are already engaged and exhausted. 3, 2, 1, flip it over, big jackknife. Now I want you to really plant the foot that's connected to the floor firmly into the floor and lift as high as you can. Now, although your shoe might be the point that you're reaching to, I want you to reach past it. Use that as your little checkpoint, right? 3, 2, 1, lift it up, butterfly crunch. Knees are nice and wide, shoes are together. So I'm leaning slightly back with my arms, not completely just relaxing though, right? We're not just hanging out. We are getting a condensed ab workout in about 11 minutes of work. Now what more can you ask for? 3, 2, 1, flip it over. You are going to be in a bear position. That means hands directly under your shoulders. Knees are going to be directly under your hips. And you're going to tap your knees in to your elbows one at a time. In 3, 2, 1, lift it up. So as you shift side to side, your body's going to want to shift with. It's going to want to sway with. I need you to remain in control through this entire move. I want you to really stay stable, engaging your core, tapping each knee to your elbow, marching 1 foot at a time. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it over to the left side. First, big lift and reach. Arms are up. So breathe, pressing firmly into your shoulder, keeping everything engaged. Now this is one of those total body, I call it an ab move. It is a core move. You are focusing on stability, switch sides. You are focusing on keeping everything in your control. Especially with that lift, and especially with that kick out, everything is getting unkiltered, everything is getting off balance. I want your hips, I want your psoas, I want your lower abs, I want everything moving right now. Keep it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it on your back. Jackknife hug, let's go. Woo! So exhaling as you lift. And if you don't do it with focus, chances are that your body is going to do it automatically. Your body wants to move right. So sometimes it's best to listen to how your body is. That being said, your body is also a little deceptive sometimes. Bring it up to butterfly crunch. It is going to look for the easiest point, the easiest access. So sometimes that's when your friend momentum starts to creep in, right? Momentum wants to come in and throw your arms up. Momentum wants to come in and start lifting your chest forward to allow it to be easier, but I want you to be in control. So your chest is completely stable. Lifting up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last move, 6s. Right here, this is your biggest stockpile that you're gonna do today. Last set, 6 moves back to back. Meet me over. You are in a plank position. Jump into bear, shoot back to plank. 3, 2, 1, in and back. So I want you to think, how stable can you keep your body? Notice, I'm not bouncing up to allow my knees to come in. I'm barely dragging my knees in, using my core. Option, walk it in, walk it out. You are almost there. You're gonna hold bear and tap it in. Knee one at a time. 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! So now we're working that opposite, right? Now I know yesterday was a little tough, 2 days ago was a little bit easier, but We have not done a big shoulder core day yet. We have not done a lot of planks. If anything, there's been one set for each day. But today is that big shoulder day. Today you're hitting a little bit more core. 3, 2, 1. So don't fight it. I want you to be ready to lean into that difficulty. Plant your arm down. We're doing the opposite leg this time, so right side. We lift up and reach. Last stockpile, guys. So notice my toes are still facing forward as I abduct. And if you need to, remember your option. Tap down, lift up. Keeping your knee down, your hips high. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Breathing. Making sure that your hips are staying high. They're gonna wanna drop. Maybe even lift to try and give some access to your shoulder. 3, 2, 1, and flip it over. Guys, we're almost there. 1 minute left, 1 minute left. No rest. Now, although I'm leaning to my shoe, my chest is going directly up. 15 seconds. Almost there. Your last butterfly crunch. I know when you first saw that butterfly crunch, which we're going into in 3, 2, 1, lift up. I know when you first saw this move, you were like, Pete, what the hell are you trying to get me to do? But hopefully now, after compiling, dare I say stockpiling, these moves all one on another, you see how much this move really works you when you're in total control, when you're really focusing on stability, on making your feet press together for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. That is your day 6. I know we did a little bit more shoulders today. Make sure that you stretch. If you're piling this on to another workout, make sure that you are using all of your body during your workout, because I know we just hit your core, we just hit your shoulders, we hit a little bit of your glutes, on your abductors. So your core doesn't necessarily mean abs. The best way to get abs isn't necessarily just to do crunches or focus on your abs, right? You want to get your heart rate up a little bit, you want to bring in some other muscles, and all of the core needs to be worked. So we are here to build a stronger core, a stronger base, and of course, to get some abs. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 7 of 25 days to abs.